Right, welcome to this generic travel vlog. I'm off around the world. First stop, India. This is the first video of hopefully many documenting my upcoming around the world trip, which I have creatively named Around the World in 70 Days, or alternatively, How to Go Bankrupt in 9 Weeks. This trip is huge, and thankfully most of it's in business class. I go from Australia to India to Kazakhstan to Kyrgyzstan over to Germany, down to Portugal and the Canary Islands in Spain. From there I head to Mauritania in Western Africa, where I hit up the Sahara Desert and then transit for an hour in Morocco on my way to Brazil, Suriname, Uruguay and Argentina in South America, and finally I stop in New Zealand before getting home to Oz. I'm about to leave my apartment on the Gold Coast in Queensland and head up to Brisbane to spend the night because I have an early morning flight tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow is going to be a big day. I will have a ridiculously early breakfast in Brisbane, lunch in Sydney and dinner in Delhi. How awesome is it that we live in a world where that's possible? The Brisbane to Sydney leg is on Qantas's domestic business class, which is a solid enough product, but the focus of this video will be the flight from Sydney to Delhi aboard Air India's Boeing 787 Dreamliner. It's a 13.5-hour flight from Sydney to Delhi, and that, coupled with the early morning connection from Brisbane, is why I'm pretty damn happy that I'm going to be sitting at the front of the plane. Air India don't exactly have a good reputation, but so long as I get a bed, I'll be happy. Flying business class on Air India entitles you to use the Qantas International Business Lounge in Sydney, which is spacious, comfortable and has good views of the tarmac and the city. It also has a good selection of help-yourself drinks, including decent cognac and even self-serve beer taps, which it turns out are really hard to use with one hand. There is also a fresh squeezed juice bar where everything is juice to order, which I found quite cool. I missed my first boarding call, so was rushed onto the plane. Staff were attentive and friendly, providing hot towels, slippers and a glass of champagne on arrival. They next came around with a great selection of reading materials, including most Indian major newspapers and a variety of magazines. Welcome aboard Air India! Business class cabin on Air India 787 contains 18 seats configured in a 2-2-2 configuration, which means window seats don't have direct aisle access. The seat is comfy, though simplistic, and I found it drastically lacking in storage. Once I'd received my magazine, slippers, 2 pillows, plus my iPad camera and the like, I had nowhere to put them. There is a small cubby in the seat in front of you that can hold a few small items, but is unreachable from the seat. There is also a great shoe cubby for shoes, handbags and small carry-on, but again it's not accessible without climbing out of your seat, and it's not accessible at all when the seat is laid out into a bed. There is no immediately accessible storage, so I ended up sleeping on most of my stuff. Even just a small pouch on the side of the seat would have been enormously helpful. There's even less storage in the front row seats. The reading light is flexible and dimmable, and a privacy divider can be raised to separate you from your neighbour. The tray table can also be rotated forward to allow you to exit your seat, even during mealtime. In-seat universal and USB power is provided. The in-flight entertainment screen is large, easy to see and navigate with a remote control. The problem is that there isn't a lot of entertainment to be had, at least not in English. There were about 10 movies in English, all of them older titles, and a few TV episodes, though most of the time when I went to watch a show or movie that was listed, I would get a content not found error. The headphones provided were a very poor show for business class. Just standard cheap airplane headphones, no noise cancelling, not comfortable and not great sounding either. Food orders were taken promptly, followed by drinks trolley service and some bar nuts to snack on. I overindulged in the lounge earlier, so switched to just soft drink. Then a small appetizer was served. This didn't look like much but was very tasty. Food took about 10 minutes to be served. I ordered baked salmon, so was a bit surprised when I was served chicken curry instead, but it did taste pretty good nonetheless, though I've had economy class meals on other airlines of similar quality. Presentation was sloppy and the main meals were served in plastic trays rather than on proper plates, but again the taste was fine and the dessert, a raspberry cheesecake, was delicious. After dinner service, another service cart rolled around offering cheese, fruit, port and liqueurs, but at this point I was in a food coma and had to decline. I went back for a Grand Marnier on ice after a quick nap. Cheers! Immediately after the last trays were cleared, bedding was passed around. The seat, when fully reclined, turns into a full flat bed, and with the privacy divider raised, makes for a pretty great sleep. Raising the divider also has the benefit of giving you some way to rest a tablet, so long as you wedge it behind a water bottle. I was awoken 5 hours later with a hot towel and hot meal, which again didn't look particularly good but tasted fine. After the second meals, amenity kits were passed around and I was pleasantly surprised by the high quality soft case, and the kit was also surprisingly well stocked, containing everything I needed, including cologne, lip balm and a cool souvenir mirror. Throughout the flight, staff were attentive, helpful and polite, always making sure my drinks and water bottles were full and occasionally checking in to see if I needed anything. Overall, Air India provides a fully functional business class product, although it lacks polish. The seat and bed are comfortable, which is the most important thing, but lack of in-seat storage, the food and the entertainment system really do let it down. On the other hand, the very attentive service, great amenity kit and competitive pricing are all plus points. I certainly wouldn't hesitate to fly Air India Business again, but I also won't go out of my way to. At the end of the day, I arrived in Delhi well rested, well fed and relaxed. Thanks for watching. Now that I'm in Delhi, the real adventure begins. Make sure to subscribe to see more flight reviews and destination videos. Happy travels.